anuditaha. So we can see how even to study any material subject, you require a teacher, right? You require a teacher. Like even to be a doctor, you cannot just read books and be a doctor. One has to go to medical college, get training, get authorization from the doctors, then he can be a doctor. So there's an example that Srila Prabhupada gives to this point to show how the spiritual masters got more vision than the ordinary person. The example he gives is like everyone's looking at the car, they're looking at the engine of the car. But everyone's seeing, but the mechanic sees differently from the other people. He sees what's wrong with the car, he knows how to fix the car. Other people are just looking at the car, but they can't see what's wrong with the car. So, in this way, even for material subjects, you require some level of education and teaching from those who know how to about the subject. So, when we talk about spiritual life, spiritual science, everyone knows they got a mind, then everyone knows they got an intelligence. Everyone has some understanding that they are not the body to some extent. Everyone knows. People deny, but within they know that there is a higher reality than this life. Srila Prabhupada said the reason why people deny the next life, Jai Shri Shri Radha Madan Mohan Krishna Balram Gaur Nitai Jagannath Bal Subhadra Ki Jai. Prabhupada said the reason why people deny the next life is because they'll become horrified. If they knew what they're going to be in the next life, they couldn't live this life. So they tend to, they just blank it out. They don't want to look into the next life. There was one devotee, he was doing book distribution in England. He was going into the where people do the nightclubs, and he was doing books in disguise. He was going in kami dress, and so when he was giving these Prabhupada's books out, people's enjoying mood was going away. They couldn't enjoy because they're looking at the books and the knowledge was there. So the enjoying mood wasn't there. So we can see how knowledge is like the sun. When the knowledge is there, you can't forcefully enjoy the material world. So this is the understanding of having guidance from a guru. It says, Brahmanande, Kaun Bhagwan Ji, Guru Krishna Pasai Vai, Bhakti Rata Bij, that by the mercy of Krishna, one gets Guru, and by the mercy of Guru, one gets Krishna. There was one Upper Sampradaya sect, this in Bhaktivinoda Vaibhava, it's explained how their understanding was Guru is everything. You don't need Krishna. But it doesn't work like that. You need both, Guru and Krishna. The understanding is because we can't, the faith in Krishna is not so strong in us to follow his instruction. So this is why Krishna sends the Guru to guide us. And the spiritual master is like a doctor. He knows how to treat the patient according to his disease. So to different devotees, he gives different instructions. Like there was one instance of Srila Prabhupada. This one of his disciples he was married, but he wanted to marry another Mataji. So this devotee asked Prabhupada, can I marry this other Mataji? And Prabhupada gave the sanction. He said yes. So another devotee, he asked Prabhupada, how can you do this? This is not part of Vedic culture. So Prabhupada explained that even if I said no, he would have done it. And if I said no, then he would have made Guru Aparad. And this would have led to his spiritual fall down. So better he carries on in his spiritual life. So like this, the spiritual master is expert in knowing how to help the disciple grow in his spiritual life. So, just to show how one should respect the spiritual master and act properly, even Krishna himself accepts a spiritual master when he comes. Lord Chaitanya accepted spiritual master, Lord Ramachandra accepted. Just to show the importance of having a spiritual master. The higher understanding is that even if one is properly chanting and been practicing spiritual life for a long time, the understanding is that one has to respect the disciplic succession. One cannot bypass the disciplic succession and approach Krishna directly. So that's why having a spiritual master is important, because he will guide you according to Krishna's. The spiritual master is more merciful than Krishna. I saw a few instances in my practices of Krishna consciousness how there were some devotees. I met one devotee, his name was Acharyavan, and he was preaching in Muslim countries, and his health became very bad. But because he was seriously practicing, then Srila Shiva Maharaj guided him on how to think of Krishna at the time of death. So Maharaj told him, now you should give up your connections with the world outside. There is no connection, no need for these connections anymore. You've done your services within the preaching mission of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Now you should become more internal and think of Krishna. So it's a very simple thing to understand this, but because we maintain material attachments, then our vision gets clouded. The vision. That's why it says in 10 offenses against the holy name, to maintain material attachments, even after understanding the instructions on this matter. So the spiritual master, he guides us to come to that point where we can give up these material attachments and take full shelter of the holy name. There was this is by lectures by Chaitanya Chandra Prabhu, this disciple of Govinda Maharaj. So he's an initiating spiritual master. He's given lectures on Guru Tattva. Some points he mentions. He says, real Guru and false Gurus. He says, Sukracharya tried to stop Bali Maharaj from giving charity to Lord Brahmanadev. He said, if you give this charity to Lord Vishnu, who has come as dwarf brahmachari, he will occupy the 3 worlds and you will not have anything to maintain yourself. how will you survive? If Bhagwan Vishnu occupies everything, how will we survive? Actually, Shukracharya was trying to convince Bali Maharaj not to give charity to Lord Vishnu because Shukracharya wanted to enjoy the wealth which he was getting from Bali Maharaj. If Bali Maharaj would have nothing, how would he maintain Shukracharya? Therefore, Srila Prabhupada said that Shukracharya was a smarter Brahman. Shukracharya was not only a Brahman, he was also a Guru. How can a Guru instruct his disciple not to give charity to Lord Vishnu? That is because Shukracharya was not a Sadguru, Sri Guru. A Sri Guru, Sadguru will never do like this. Only the Guru Bhuva, Pseudo Gurus, Cheater Gurus do like this. They think of their own benefit, our own interest. But a Sadguru, a real Guru, thinks about the benefit of his disciples. So, nowadays we don't get a Sadguru easily. Therefore, the Sanatana Dharma is very much disturbed. If someone gets a Sadguru, then he can maintain his Sanatana Dharma nicely. But today we can find so many black spots in our Sanatana Dharma. So many things are happening in the name of Dharma. Some people kill others and say that this is for pleasure for God. They don't have proper knowledge because they don't have the nice Guru. There are preachers and there are some cheaters, pretenders, smugglers are doing so many things, but others do not know about this. Similarly, such persons, pretenders, do something but the people do not know, and they will say, yes, this Sampradaya is very nice, this Maharaj is very nice. One Maharaj is in jail now. A 16-year-old girl has been molested by Baba, who is more than 70 years old. Can you say that he is a preacher or that he is a cheater? There are so many cheaters. The real preachers are less. Pretenders spoil the real line of Mahaprabhu. Such so-called Babas, pseudo-gurus spoil it. They give up the real Gaudiya Vaishnava path, the pure path, and go in many directions. Due to this reason, the Vaishnava philosophy is now being criticized. Cheaters make pseudo Sanatana Dharma, and the real Sanatana Dharma is getting blocked. Once, my friend's brother-in-law told me, Chinmai, we have also taken initiation. Acha, you have taken initiation, yes. From which Guru? He arrived from Vrindavan. Then I saw that they were cooking fish, preparing fish curry, because some guests would come to see their daughter for marriage negotiation. I said, hey, what are you doing? Fish. Yes, what is the problem? But you are initiated. Our Guru said we can take fish, no problem. But we should chant Hare Krishna. So we are doing that. Finally, the friend's brother-in-law took initiation from Gaudiya Vaishnava. But the other members of their family did not, because they had accepted that Vrindavan Baba as their Guru. There is a saying in Bengali which describes the way pseudo-gurus instruct their followers. Magi, mache, jole, yavat, mahi, kola, bata, hari, hari, bola. Eat the magur fish, but a young woman on your lap and chant. Hari bol, hari, hari bol. Due to such things, nobody believes in India, although from India Sanatana Dharma spreads to other countries. Bharata Bhumine Holin Manus Janmaya Janma Sadhakari Para Upakar. One who has taken birth as a human being in the land of India should take to make his life successful. He should make his life successful and work for the benefit of all other people. Mahaprabhu said, but people do not believe India, do not like India, because in India so many lines are coming up which do not strictly follow the right parampara, right line. We are criticized by others because we do not follow the right line. Someone will come and from outside and note that although we are from Brahmana family, but we take eggs, meat, fish, everything. They say, hey, what is this? You are Brahmana, you do puja, but how can you eat meat, fish or eggs? They are cheaters, pretenders, they are doing smuggling. Therefore we must be very, very careful. When you choose a guru, you must be very careful. Now in every town in India, there is a temple of one pseudo guru who is called a Purushottama by his worshippers. They say one day Purushottama, meaning that he is Purushottama, the best person. The best person is Bhagwan, the Supreme Lord. He is Lila Purushottam, Marada Purushottam, Prema Purushottam. Bhagwan Krishna is Lila Purushottam. Ramachandra Mahaprabhu is Marada Purushottam. Ramachandra Mahaprabhu is Marada Purushottam. Gauranga Mahaprabhu is Prema Purushottam. Where from did you get another Purushottam, Chita Purushottam? You must be very careful when you are accepting a guru. You cannot understand a guru, but you must be careful. How to become careful while accepting a guru? If you cannot understand a guru, we must know some qualities of a Sadguru. The first quality of a Sadguru is he wants to save the lives of the jivas, even at the cost of his own life. What does it mean to save the life? Someone is drowning in the water and Sadguru is rescuing him. One is drowning in Bhava Sagara, ocean of material existence, and the Sadguru is trying to rescue him from that Bhava Sagara, Bhava Sindhu. Pseudo Gurus always look for their own benefit, and now Shukracharya is doing the same. The Sadguru duty is to bring light to everyone's heart. Because all jivas suffer due to darkness, that darkness is ajnana, ignorance. Sadguru will give them knowledge about the Supreme Lord. He will explain what is our position and what is the Lord's position. What will the cheater do? They are in darkness, they don't have knowledge. How will they impart knowledge to others? Since they are in darkness, they will bring their disciples to darkness also. They are ignorant, they have no knowledge. Therefore their disciples also will have no knowledge. It means that pseudo-gurus give ignorance to their disciples. Sadgurus follow the scriptures. They act according to the injunctions of the scriptures. They are very pure in their pure mode of goodness. But the Chita Gurus are not pure because they do not follow the Shastras. Since they are not pure, they will remain in the modes of ignorance and passion, and the body will never become transcendental. The body of a pure Guru, Sri Guru, Sadguru is transcendental. Because the Sadguru follows the Shastras, they remain in the pure mode of goodness. Their body is very pure, and by that pure body, pure senses, they will serve Chinmaya Bhagwan with love. If our body is not very pure, we cannot do seva nicely, cannot engage in loving seva to Bhagwan, and he will not accept our service. If our body is pure, then we can render loving service to Bhagwan. But the pseudo-gurus, cheaters, do not have pure body, transcendental body. This body is not transcendental, and they will be deprived of serving Bhagwan Krishna with love. They cannot serve Bhagwan Krishna with love. So we can see from this how Chaitanya Chandra was showing how we have to follow the line of the acharyas. In Mahabharata there's a verse, he says, Tharko patista vinam na rishiyasa vina dharmasa tattavayatan guyam mahajanagatisa pantha. That simply by logic and argument you cannot approach the truth, because we have limited sense. We are limited in our approach. We have 4 defects. We have tendency to cheat, make mistakes, be illusion, imperfect senses. And then Rashya, that even great sages differ from the truth, because to be a great sage you have to have your own opinion. It's like being a philosopher, they have their own opinions. So even great sages have to have their own opinions. Then then even reading scriptures, one cannot ascertain the truth, because there's so many scriptures one can see from. There was a story actually, the temple president of Coventry Temple, Haridas Prabhu, he got married to a Mataji who was from a Shivite family. And Shivites also have their own scriptures. So when he got married to her, she started to give her arguments that we have our Shiv Puran. And so that night when she was sleeping, Lord Shiva appeared to her and said, now you have worshipped me nicely for a long time. Now I want you to worship Krishna. So then she became a Vaishnava after that. So that shows you, without the mercy of a Vaishnava, somehow she got a nice husband like Haridas. And then she must have been faithfully worshipping Lord Shiva. Jai Shri Shri Radha Madan Mohan ki Jai, Krishna Balaram Gonitai ki Jai. And then she became a Vaishnava. So that shows that without the mercy of an advanced devotee, we cannot approach Krishna. And so that shows, according to what the verse says in Mahabharata, that because she had arguments according to Shiv Puran, but somehow or other, the husband was an advanced devotee, so by his mercy, Lord Shiva instructed her, and she became a Vaishnava. So the Mahajanagata Sapantha, that one has to follow the line of the Mahajans. And within our Gaudiya Vaishnava line, we have so much hidden treasure. For example, the songs of the Acharyas, it's explained, just like kings, they hide their treasury, they don't show it to anyone. So in the same way, the Acharyas, they're given these songs to us. So by reciting these songs, learning these songs, the treasury which they have will be revealed to us. So in this way, the mercy will come. Actually, it's explained in Jaiva Dharma. Bhaktivinoda Thakur gives an interesting argument. He says, if someone is initiated, he has an advanced spiritual master, but he's not following, then he's considered unfortunate. But if someone's spiritual master has fallen down, but that devotee is following sincerely, he's considered more advanced. Because the understanding is, you follow the line of Guru, Sadhu, Shastra, 3 lines of authority, and you please Krishna in that way. And in the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 10, text 10, in the verse, Tesham Satatam Yuktanam Prajatam Patiparakam Dadami Yoganam Yenam Pyantitate. In that verse, it says, for those who are sincerely engaged in my service, I give them intelligence how to come to me. In the Prabhupada says, even though one may be attached to a spiritual organization, but But if one is not intelligent, even though he may be initiated by a spiritual master, if he's not intelligent to have connection with his spiritual master, if he's very sincere in doing all kinds of services, then Krishna will give him guidance how to come back to him. So, it looks like from this that everything comes down to our sincerity, how we are seeing Krishna in our life, how we are reciprocating with him, and how we are serving his devotees also. Like the example of Acharyavan I gave, very serious devotee, very sincere, preaching, must have helped many devotees, always had a good service attitude. Then Krishna helped him out that when leaving his body, he sent the spiritual masters to guide him. Same thing with the wife of Lila Purushottam, same thing. That she wasn't a big devotee. She was doing her services, assisting Lila Purushottam in the household. She wasn't doing big service in ISKCON. She's a simple devotee. But then, before leaving her body, Guru Maharaj came to her, all the Srila Shivaram Maharaj came, Radhanath Maharaj, they all came. And they asked for her blessings. They paid obeisances to her. And she said, why are you paying obeisances to me? Who am I, You're spiritual masters, I should pay obeisances to you. So like this, that shows that if you're sincere and you just follow you avoid the 10 offenses to the holy name, you recite prayers of the acharyas, you cultivate a nice service attitude towards devotees, then Krishna will come, he will help you. He'll send devotees to guide you. I saw with even this is a special thing about being in ISKCON, that you see many interactions how Krishna saves the devotees before leaving their bodies, how he saves them. Like even with Krishna Das Maharaj, he was in hospital. Everyone knows Krishna Das Maharaj, right? And he was in hospital, and devotees told him, why don't you come to Vrindavan now? And he agreed. As soon as he got to Vrindavan, he left his body. But that would never happen with an outside person, He'll be just getting his karma. And who knows the destination? For a devotee, Krishna sends the devotees to help. So these are some examples to show how, like the English saying is, God helps those who help themselves. So, and Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, as they surrender unto me, I reward them accordingly. Everyone follows my path in all respects. Any comments or questions? I've got a comment there. Let's see. Any questions? That's it. No questions, huh? Okay.
He is asking question that please explain the difference between Shiksha Guru and Diksha Guru. He's asking question, please explain the difference between Shiksha Guru and Diksha Guru relation.
Okay. If there's any difference. Okay. To my understanding, we are in the line of Shiksha line. Shiksha line, right? And according to Chaitanya Charitamrita, it's like Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, he's offering his respects to all the gurus. He's not just giving his respect to the Diksha Guru. So that shows the Shiksha line is more, is more prominent. And even the Shiksha Gurus, they assist the Diksha Guru in helping the devotees go back to Krishna. So one cannot make distinction between the Shiksha and Diksha Guru. It's like as long as one is following the line of parampara, the teachings of the acharyas, then it's the same teachings. There's no difference. Because the goal is to achieve Krishna. Is that okay? Antaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki Jai, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai.